Alright, so we're in another video. I'm just here to give my impressions of this trailer, the stuff they show in it, the team, their moves, and all of the above. Now, it looks like the stage that they're at here is somewhat of it's like a oil tanker stage. It's a little generic in concept, but I kind of like the look of it though. I don't know what it is. I think it might be the moon in the background. I think is what's doing. It's like the moon and the lighting of the stage. I kind of like it. Team Yagami. They look classic. I mean, this is the classic Team Yagami team, as far as I know. Iori Yagami, mature and Vice. For the most part, they're looking the way they usually do. Now, Iori Yagami is coming to this game with a bit of a different look. He's got his usual color scheme intact, but he's got a different outfit this time around. Now, when I originally saw this outfit, I remember thinking to myself, I wasn't originally all that crazy about it, but as I looked at it, I'm like, you know what, I do like this new design. It does look cool. I think what it is about it that I like is the jacket. I think the new jacket that he has is pretty cool looking. I like the collar, and I like that on the shoulders, he seems to have these, not belts, but like these straps. And it kind of looks almost like it's reminiscent to the red pants that he used to have. Though we're cool, we're a bit less practical. And one of the things that I like about King of Fighters, being a fighting game, they had character designs that seemed stylish, but yet still somewhat practical. You know, like they'd have somewhat street clothes, but then they'd maybe have a little bit more style to them or whatnot, and I always liked that. And Iori was one of those characters I think they did that pretty well with. The only thing about his design that wasn't really that practical was how he had his pants strapped together. Like he had like a strap that was like linking his legs together, which is a little bit impractical. But I liked that design though. I thought it looked cool. They changed the design to Iori in King of Fighters 12, which he also had in King of Fighters 13, where he had the white pants. I think he had a red collar with a black top over it, which was similar to his previous black top for his original design, I believe. That actually marked the first time they changed his character design, when they also changed his fighting style, where he no longer used the purple flames, where instead his entire moveset was clawing moves. Now they've changed his design again. He has all his colors intact, still got the red, the white, and the black, but he's got this new jacket which looks cool, and he's got his flames back. It looks like Iori's got a new throw. I wasn't sure whether that was a command throw or not, but I've had a chance to play the demo, and it looks like that's actually just his throw, his normal throw, but just to the other side. He used to use his forward throw for both his forward and backward throw, so I can appreciate that they've added a new throw animation. He's got like a double projectile move. I believe that's kind of like an EX projectile. I think it stuns the opponent, and then he moves into his equivalent of a Shorirepa, the classic super. This is always one of my favorite supers, because you can move from this super into another super, which they don't show in this trailer, but I believe he's had for a while, and he still has it in this game, which is a follow-up super that uses an additional bar of meter. I just always like the way it looks. This is the EX version of this super, and he cancels that EX special into his strongest move, that claw super, which has always been a pretty cool super. Just one big hit, incredibly damaging. I don't know when he first got this move, but he had it in the last two King of Fighters games, I believe. And my memory is a little fuzzy on King of Fighters 12, but he definitely has it in King of Fighters 13. Vice, she's got a pretty classic design. Something I'm noticing with King of Fighters 14 is that the character designers, it looks like they're taking elements of old school with new school. So it looks like, for example, in this case with Vice's design, she's got the pants from her King of Fighters 13 design, where she had like the business lady suit, which I really did like. It's a very classy design. I like that. And added that with the top from her original character design, where she used to have like it was like a long dress with like this long slit down the side. And it looks like they took that dress part and they've condensed it to just kind of like a small skirt kind of design over the pants, which is interesting. So it's a combination of the classic top with the new school bottoms, which are the pants and the shoes. This is I like that it's something that's new, you know, combining the new with the old, you know, for an all new design for this new game. She's still got these those moves where she snags the opponent in up close for a combo. You can snag them and just move straight into super with her very acrobatic super moves, where she's like doing cartwheels while she's locked, has the opponent in like a leg lock, or not a leg lock, but she's got her legs locked on them while she's doing backflips. Just somersaults and just like slamming their heads into the ground, and then just drops her knees into them. One thing about Vice I've always liked is just how painful her moves look. She's just wild. She's just really wild, very barbaric almost, but yet classy at the same time. You know, you look at her, she looks like a classy woman, but then she starts fighting and she's just tossing you around, slamming you into the ground, doing all kinds of cartwheels and throwing the opponent around. And I like that combination of her character design and gameplay design. She's a really intense character when you see her in action. Just look at that Supra. Like, how many times is she gonna body slam this guy? It looks acrobatic, but still so brutal. And look at that cat stance. You know, it's so seductive, but you know she's gonna hit you with something unpleasant. All right, now Mature. Now, as far as her character design, it's the same as Vice in the sense that they've taken the top of her original character design and the bottoms of her most recent character design prior to this game. And they've added them into one design. Now, one thing I noticed is she doesn't have the eye patch the way she used to. She used to have a business suit and an eye patch in King of Fighters 12 and 13. She didn't originally have an eye patch, I believe, before King of Fighters 12. Now, contrast to Vice, Mature, she's a bit more of a swift character, I think. She's got these claw attacks. I think they act like Rekkas. So you do quarter circle forward plus attack in succession, and you'll get these multitude of special claw attacks. At least I believe that's how it works. I haven't played her in a while. She's also got those gale attacks where she can throw these gale-like projectiles. And she's a very swift character. I believe she even had like a command jumping move, I think, and she could like leap over to the other side of the opponent and strike. I don't know, I don't believe they show that here in this trailer, but I think that's something she used to have. And she has that classic super where she slams the opponent into the walls and you see like the pillars of light shoot up, and then there's like the skull face. I believe like Rugal used to have that move. I think Vice used to have it too, but now it looks like it's just relegated to Mature. So that's cool because it means that it's, you know, it's the kind of thing you want to see these days. You want all your characters to have unique special attacks. You don't want to share too many special attacks, if any, in this day and age. Very cool, very hard-hitting move. Overall, I'm happy with the Yagami team. They're composed of 3 characters that I'm interested in. I'm definitely going to be trying out each of the characters on this team. I don't know if I'm going to use them in the long term, but I like Iori, I like Vice, I like Mature, so I'm going to be giving each one of them a try when I get my hands on the game. So that's what I think about this team. For anyone watching this video, you know, let me know what you guys think about this team, you know, whether they meet your expectations, whether you like the new character designs, you like the new special moves, you like the returning moves, you know, just your thoughts on this team. Until the next video, guys, later.